It's absolutely disgraceful, shocking, whatever word you want to use. The word that I want to use is obvious. I'll explain after this. Welcome to episode 48, I believe, of the Football Weekly podcast. I'm your host, Reginald Dino, getting up to actually show 50. Nice. As I mentioned in the intro, you can use any descriptive word now to rate, to rank performances by this clown of a referee that is prominent now in big games in the EPL. It's awful, shocking, disgusting. But for me, the word is obvious. It's very obvious now what the agenda is when Michael Oliver is reffing a game versus Arsenal. Very, very obvious. Whether it's a directive brought down by the FA, the English FA, which I'm not putting it past them doing that. Whether it's a mandate brought down by the Referees Association, the PGMOL, I'm not putting it past them to do that. Because there have been shocking performances by this referee in all Arsenal games. All of them. There's not one Arsenal game where he's reffed where it was just calm. No controversy. It's always something, and it's always something against Arsenal. You can look at me, oh, you're crying, whining. It's obvious now. I have to say something. It's obvious now. I was trying to go back without looking on Google, trying to go back and discover all the rubbish this guy's put us through, and only a few come to mind. The time we were actually playing Wolves at Molineux, where he gave Gabriel Martinelli, he gave him two yellow cards in the same action. And I was on. I put a post on our Twitter account, and somebody responded saying, "Oh, because I think I said, every time I watch an Arsenal game, I see a new red card that you'll never see again." And somebody said, "Well, what are you talking about? I've never seen that. What new yellow card is that? Or what new red card is that?" And I didn't bring up anything. I just said I've never seen two players go for a ball, clash heads, and it get called a PK. I've never seen that. It's like, okay, I'll give you that one, but what else? And I was just like, I've never seen a player get two yellow cards in the same action. Martinelli against Wolves 3 seasons ago. Who was the referee? Michael Oliver. Martinelli goes to block a throw-in. The throw-in comes in. He fouls the guy who the ball goes to. He gets a yellow card for trying to block the throw-in, gets a yellow card for the foul, straight second yellow, red card within 10 seconds of each other. I've never seen that. Never seen it again. Kicking the ball away. Last season against Man City. Trossard. In the motion of kicking the ball, you blow the whistle. You deemed kicking the ball away after you blew the whistle. Second yellow card, red card now. Who? Michael Oliver. Against who? Man City. Man City and Michael Oliver is going to be a prominent theme in this little rant that I have. Again today, I don't care if you're a Liverpool fan, Man United fan, and you hate Arsenal so much. If you're a student of the game, if you like football, if you love football and you love watching football, you can't sit there and say, yeah, deserved. You can't say deserved. It's a cynical foul. Yes. Yellow card, 100%. If he does that on a yellow card and he gets a second yellow card to equal a red, no problem with that. Skelly, what the hell are you doing? If he's on a yellow card, gets a warning from the referee, and then goes out and does that, Skelly, what the hell are you doing? But for what happened in the Wolves game today, to be, and guys, if you haven't seen it, go just search Google search MLS red card, Miles Lewis Skelly red card against Wolves. If that's a red card, I'm done. People were messaging me during the game. I just wrote, I give up. Probably messaging me now. I just put, I give up. Like I can throw things. I can get angry. It's the same with this guy every single time. He actually gives a red card or a second yellow card to somebody who should have been a straight red. It doesn't matter. It's a red card. It's a red card on the Wolves team to even it up at 10. Calafiori scores a goal to lead us to the victory, the 1-0 victory. I honestly was sitting there when that goal went in. I was actually sitting there in my brain trying to figure out how they're going to rule this out, how they're going to rule this goal out. And I saw Kai Havertz standing in an offside position, reach for the ball. And I said, okay, either they're going to say he touched it and he's in an offside position, or they're going to say he was blocking the goal. He was in the goalie's view of the ball, and they're going to chalk it off. That's my thinking now when I watch anything that goes on with Arsenal, with this referee in this league, with this referee association. If you want to think of corrupt individuals and corrupt associations, the PGMOL, the Referees Association in the FA and the FA League have to be at top of there. People that like NFL are watching the Kansas City Chiefs saying the referee's this, the referee's that. I put that below the English FA. The referees are taking money or placing bets, whatever you want to say it is. I'm telling you 1,000% they are. No investigation, no nothing. Arsenal, I guarantee you, Arsenal's going to get a letter on Monday morning or Tuesday morning. We made a mistake, sorry. And they better appeal that red card. And why VAR doesn't, lots of questions. Why VAR doesn't tell Michael Oliver, hey, you need to go over and take a look at that. Like, I don't know, man. It's not really a red, but you might want to take a look at it for yourself. We've seen it done. Referees go over, take a look, come back, show the red card, do this, and then show a yellow. Okay, we've seen it. Same with PKs. We've seen it. Why he doesn't do this in this one, I have no idea. And this is why other FAs, Referees Association, should be doing VAR. It shouldn't be the English referees doing VAR for English referees. Rotate the Referees Associations. They're all in UEFA. So it's not like you're getting a Saudi Referee Association refereeing EPL games and a VAR for EPL games. They're all in UEFA. 1 week it's the Italian referees doing the VAR for England. The next week it's Spain. Next week it's and rotate them. Any other referee but an English referee today would have told Michael Oliver, it's a dumb call. Go look at it for yourself and change that. Unfortunately, in sports now, especially in English sports, or not English sports, I should say, in football, there's lots and lots and lots and lots of money flying around. Lots of money flying around. You can just see it with the transfer fees and all of that stuff. Lots of money flying around. To stay up or to come up into the EPL proper, lots and lots and lots of money floating around. Whenever calls like this happen, you have to sit there and say, you know what? Bigger picture, what does it mean? And that's what I did. I said, bigger picture, what does that mean? What does giving a red card to Miles Lewis Skelly mean going forward? Pull out my phone, look at the schedule. Who do we play next in the EPL? Manchester City. Guess who's suspended for that game? Miles Lewis Skelly. Guess who has so many injuries at defense that we have to put Miles Skelly back there? The Arsenal. So this is why I very much hope that they appeal this red card and it gets taken down to a yellow card so this kid can play in that game. Trossard, red card against who? Manchester City. Ref by who? Michael Oliver. The only team that Michael Oliver has not given a red card to in his career, Manchester City. Two summers ago, I believe 2 seasons ago. And listen to and if you don't know about this, I think I've mentioned it before on this show or my other show. And trust me, guys, we'll get into the game and the player ratings and all of that. But I have to Lego this one. And you guys sit there and hold that and tell me in the comments or whatever, like how it's possible. I don't think it was last season. I think it was the season before when they started giving a mini winter break to the EPL. So in January or February, I think at the end of January, maybe half the league got 2 weeks off. So, the teams that can afford it, not the little small teams like Wolves and the Evertons and those teams, not the Bournemouth teams, not that rubbish that make up the rest of the EPL, but the teams that can afford to go to Dubai. They fly to Dubai for 2 weeks, warm weather training. They get the guys out of England, camaraderie, get around the guys in nice weather, go ride giraffes or whatever the hell they do out there. And it's kind of like a bonding thing. You get 2 weeks off in warm weather. Play a couple of friendlies out there just to keep sharp. You play the local team there, whatever. Manchester City took Michael Oliver with them to ref those games, paid him £60,000 to come with them. Manchester City did this. And he refed the games for them in their 2-week Dubai trip. Paid him £60,000, probably paid all of the travel arrangements, paid for the hotel, paid for all his meals. Bring your boyfriend, your wife, your beard, whoever it is, bring them. And we'll pay for everything. And we'll give you £60,000 to do it. But how can this referee now come back into the league and ref games how can he come back into the league and ref games with that team involved? How can you take $60,000 from a team and then come back into the league and ref their games? Do we not see an issue with that? Am I the only one that sees an issue with that? Apparently it's not an issue because it happened and no one said anything about it. It's unbelievable. You pay a referee to come with you to somewhere else to ref games for you, and then 2 weeks later he's reffing you in your league. How is that allowed? You want to take a referee from Italy to come referee your games, and he goes to Serie A and you go to EPL, no problem. But how could it be a referee in the same league that you're playing in, that you're paying? I don't get it. Now you're seeing why all the calls are going towards Man City. In game, Arsenal might have a chance to win. Trossard kicks the ball away. Mid whistle, by the way. He's in the motion of kicking the ball, then you blow it and say he's kicking the ball away. And by the way, have we seen another red card for that again? No. Seen a clash of heads in the box, a PK again? No. So if you're out there, if the TikTok guy is out there listening to this, holy smokes, 14 minutes. If the TikTok guy is out there listening to this right now, these are the stupid things I'm talking about, and I haven't even scratched the surface with this guy. There has to be an investigation. I think after every referee performance, the referee should have to come out to the media and speak, just like the players and the managers do, because you're asking the manager now, oh, what did you think about the call? Why did he make the call? What are you asking me for? The referee should be sat here answering those questions. There should be an investigation financially as well, checking bank accounts, your boyfriend's his boyfriend's bank accounts, his significant other's bank account, his wife's bank account, whatever it is. You have to investigate. Sister, brother, aunt, uncle, everybody involved has to. You have to investigate if there's an influx of money coming in or a big amount of money coming out. You have to. Michael Oliver is 100,000% taking money from either betting or other teams. I promise you he is. In 3 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons, it's going to come out. Corrupt Michael Oliver, bet on this game, took money from this. I promise you it's coming out. And you're going to look back and say, Reggie, you were right. Tim Donaghy in the NBA. And he comes out and says, you think I'm the only one? You're joking yourself. I believe Anthony Taylor's taking money too. I believe the majority of them are taking money. Because either you're really shit at your job, or you're corrupt and taking money. It's one of the two. I'll let you pick. Arsenal win the game 1-0 against, who was it against? Wolves. Wolves are garbage. A garbage squad. Cunha played well. I still think if they want 70 million for him, you wait until the summer and get someone else. If Leipzig wants 80 million for Šeško, you wait. You wait. Šeško, I would pay 60 million. You want to take 60 million pounds for him? I'll give it to you. Bring him in. Cunha, the talk is you're not going anywhere. Help us stay up, and then we'll sell you in the summer. I don't believe Wolves are going to sell him. I don't believe Leipzig is going to sell Šeško. I don't think Juve is going to sell Vlahovic. And Newcastle definitely ain't selling Isak. So what do? You have a fan base that's crying out for a striker. No one's selling, so I don't know. And now they know that you need a striker. Now the price goes up 20 million. Because your EPL, we can gouge you. Because some teams pay the gouging. Manchester City, Chelsea. The most ridiculous moment of the week. I got Tottenham fans and Manchester United fans laughing at Arsenal. The most ridiculous moment of the week. I can't even see how far down the table you guys are. And you're giving us chat? Ridiculous. Anyways, guys, player ratings. Today, Mikel Arteta. Everyone's going to get it. Actually, you know what? Everyone gets an 8 today. They put in a shift. Mikel Arteta set up the lineup. I mean, didn't make it. Bringing on Kieran Tierney at the end there, putting him on wing at left half. Good move. Bringing on Calafiori for Ethan Nwaneri. I guess it's more of a defensive move because we were down to 10 at that time. But Calafiori is a player, guys. Not just because he scored the goal. He's a player. He gets involved. Gets involved in the play. He looks like he was born to play this system that this guy put into place. Arteta gets a 7 today. David Raya made a couple of good saves. Didn't have much to do, but made the saves that he needed to save today. Had an intervention at the edge of the box as well for a throw-in at the end of the game. Made a point-blank save on one of the shitty Wolves players as well. Beautiful game. He gets an 8 today. Usually gets a 7 when he plays well, but today he gets an 8. This guy's unlucky. Ridiculous call. And I hope they appeal, because I think they'll actually win the appeal. Believe it or not, I think they'll win the appeal because we need this guy against City. He gets an 8 today. Calafiori comes on at the half, scores the goal. 8 today. I think the man of the match, well, we'll get to it, actually. He gets an 8 today. Saliba, customary 8. Didn't do anything wrong. Quick feet for a big defender back there. Made a couple of Wolves players look silly out there on the line, especially. Gets an 8 today. I turned on the game a little bit late today. I had to go out in the morning. I got back at around 20 minutes left, or 20 minutes gone in the first half, and I didn't hear his name at all. So I had to look. Is he even playing? And then I saw him make a tackle. So, I mean, not much to do. Solid at the back again. Timely interceptions, 8. Man of the match, Urian Timber, in the way of everything. getting forward, has that presence and that drive, the same one that that Declan Rice has, but he's coming from further back. Excellent performance today for me. Going forward, defending, all action. Again, I said it a couple of shows ago. I can't believe we were the only one in for this guy. Can't believe it. He gets an 8 today, but man of the match 8. Midfield. Declan Rice is over his toe issue, I believe. I believe he's over his toe issue. Excellent today. Driving forward. As I say it every week, driving forward, being the catalyst behind all attacks, moving the ball through the lines. Amazing performance today. 8. What can you say? What can you say? When he plays right back, he plays okay because he plays inverted and comes into the middle anyway. But when he's just dedicated to playing in the middle and shielding the back two center backs, the back two center backs, shielding them, and then breaking up play and getting it forward. I mean, to re-sign him, it should be a no-brainer. He's got, I think he's got some personal issues that he needs to work through. The name of the EPL player hasn't been revealed yet, but I think it's him. I believe it's him. So he has to figure out that before, and I think that's what Arsenal's waiting for before they sign him to an extension. So hopefully he can clear that up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it and you can see for yourself. But I think they're waiting for that to be finalized before they offer him a new contract. But he gets an 8 today for the performance today. Amazing. This guy was sick or injured. I don't know why. I don't know how, whatever. He's sick today, woke up sick, didn't play. It's probably better. Ethan Nwari played the first half, took on some players, just coming off an injury, had to start. How much pressure are you going to heap on the young kid? So yeah, he gets the same as everybody else today. He gets an 8. Everyone's hating on this guy. Kai Havertz, not a striker. He's not a striker. He plays underneath the striker. But if you look at his stats across Europe and compare him to all the guys that are Isak, Gyökeres, Vlahovic, Šeško, Cunha, Osimhen, if you look at the stats and compare them, they're not that different. I saw a post on TikTok the other day, or not TikTok, Instagram the other day, and they showed Cole Palmer in 55 appearances while they were doing Chelsea versus his time at Chelsea versus his time at Man City. And, you know, the Chelsea side, obviously, more appearances, more goals, more assists, world class. They were calling him world class based on the stats at Chelsea. And then you look at Kai Havertz's stats, he's only maybe 5 goals off what Cole Palmer's done, maybe 6 assists off what Cole Palmer's done. But 6 assists and 4 or 5 goals makes him world class and makes Kai Havertz a flop because he has less. It doesn't make sense. If the numbers were skewed where Cole Palmer has 30 goals and Kai Havertz has 4 playing in a striker role, then I could understand it. But Cole Palmer has 30 goals and Kai Havertz has 25. Cole Palmer's world class. Kai Havertz is a flop. I don't get it. If you're an Arsenal fan, you need to research what's going on with Kai Havertz. Erling Haaland misses sitters too. Cunha missed today. Šeško misses. Dusan Vlahovic. Juve fans can't wait to get rid of him. We're crying for him. Isak takes all the Newcastle penalties. There's 5-6 goals right there. Remember when Bernardo Silva scored 18 goals one season and 16 of them were PKs and everybody was going crazy, and then Ronaldo came back and then he started taking all the PKs, and Fernandes only scored 4 goals that season. Everybody, what's going on with Fernandes? Why is he not scoring? Because he doesn't take PKs. I think the scoring for PK should be, if you earn the PK and take it, it counts as a goal for you. If someone else earns the PK and you put it in, it doesn't count as a goal for you. That's what I think it should be. Too many people get caught up in the goal numbers rather than what actually the player is doing on the field, and it's whatever. This guy works hard for me, so I like it up top. I like it. Gets an 8 today. buzzing around the field. I was listening to the game in the car actually on the way back from where I was coming from, and one of the commentators said something that I said 2 weeks ago. I think now Martinelli, Trossard, and Havertz have the freedom to do whatever they want up front, pop up anywhere. You're more effective than that rigid, robotic, stand on the line, cut in. When this midfielder does that, you do this. It's better now. It's more fluid now. It's I don't know where you're gonna pop up. He could pop up in the midfield. He could pop up on the left. He could pop up on the right. He could pop up in the middle. You never know where he's gonna be. He's like a little, like I said last week, he's like a water bug. You don't know where he is. And I think that's when these guys are most effective. Him, Martinelli, and even Gabriel Jesus when he was healthy. But today, Trossard, I thought Trossard was fantastic today, getting back, defending, getting forward, creating havoc, being tricky up there. That's what you need. That's what you need. Gets an 8 today from me. Oh, man. Oh, man, do we miss you? Martinelli, I mean, again, anonymous today. I'm going to give him an 8 anyway because it was a team performance. The team gets an 8. Everybody gets an 8. But if this a draw, if we ended up with a draw today, I don't think this guy gets higher than a 5. Honestly, we were ticking the ball over, trying to keep the ball. Get them tired, shift them. As soon as the ball goes to Martinelli, we lose it. Now we got to run back and defend and try to get the ball back. He did it about 3 or 4 times today. Partey, Rice, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, the ball was floating nice between them. And as soon as he got to Martinelli, he gave it away. Now we got to defend. Gets an 8 because of the team performance is an 8, and I'm giving everybody an 8 today. Again, like I said, if we lost or draw, I don't think he gets higher than a 5. Substitutions, Kieran Tierney. Oh, I don't have one for Kieran Tierney. Oh, fuck. I didn't think he was ever going to play. I don't have one of these for Kieran Tierney. I didn't think he was ever going to play, so I think I should make one now. He'll get a 6. Well, yeah, again, I'm giving everybody an 8. If it was a draw or whatever, I would give him a 6. I don't even think we would see him, but it's a 6 performance, but I'll give him an 8. I'm very generous today. Who else came on? You mentioned Calafiori with the goal. Nobody else. I don't think anybody else came on. That bench is atrocious. That has to be fixed. But yeah, I mean, 2 things have to happen this week. Arsenal need to appeal that card, and the FA has to say it's rescinded. That red card's rescinded, so this kid can play against Manchester City. I think the next game is a Champions League game against Girona, and then there's a 1 week break. What's today? The 20th. I think we play City on the 3rd, so I guess we don't get a break. Yeah, we don't get. I don't think we get a break. Don't get a break. So, Girona in the Champions League next week, I believe, and then City at the Emirates on the 3rd. And like I said, I think that red card needs to be appealed, and most definitely, if there's anybody there with any common sense, and I'm using that term very loosely there because I don't think if Howard Webb's in charge or involved somehow, I think it's going to stick, but they have to try to get that red card moved to a yellow card because A, it's not a red card, and B, it hurts us going into the City game. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe. It's free on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Spotify. We're on TikTok. We're on Threads. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Amazon Music. We're on TuneIn, Stitcher, Player FM, iHeartRadio. We're on all the popular podcast platforms you use to download and listen to your podcasts. Obviously, we're on YouTube. Click the bell. Get notified every time there's a new episode. Yeah. So guys, great win. Yet I'm not letting these wins and losses affect my weekend. It's great. Got a lot of chores and errands to run now, so we go on to the next one. So guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Come on, you Gunners.